Hello everybody. Today I want to show off the new deposit system, as well as the new orbital launcher and interplanetary launcher system that I've been working on for about the past month or so. So first things first, we're going to leave the base. We're going to go to a random planet. First, you can see the resources that are supposed to be on the site. The level itself hasn't actually generated yet, but we can see that there's a bunch of resources. We can see there's nothing to pick up, which is good because there's nothing there. And there's nothing in orbit because, again, there's nothing there. So we head on over. Then we take out some mining equipment. And we just kind of shove it that way. And I guess we'll start with just the basic mining equipment. So, oh god, don't go too far. Normally you'd have to find the resource deposits, but you can see that they're always right here for now for testing. You go up to your mining drill setup, hit E on it. You can actually use this to figure out where you want to mine from. Every deposit you are connected to is what you're going to be pulling out of, which means you will be missing some. So we put it down. You can see what we're expected to get out of it, the equipment tier, which will matter later, the tier of the resource, which dictates how much we can extract based on their equipment tier, and finally the amount we're getting per day, and how many nodes we're collecting. So if we wanted to cancel this and replace it, we can see that all the numbers change each time. So, if you want to be really careful, get as much as you can. Then we can go, sorry, I've done this so many times, I'm just so quick at it. You can then examine your mine to see what's going on. So again, the yield, the tiers, the extraction, the numbers. Once we actually have something to be retrieved, it'll show up here. We have no attachments, but we do have a secondary mine head available. Now you have an amount of secondary mine heads based on the tier of your equipment. So we construct one, and now we have a little baby mine. And the idea is you get as much as you can with the big mine, and then you try to mop up with little ones. Then you just place it down. This is how much we're going to get out of it, but secondary mines only mine at half the rate, which is after the tier comparison. But it all adds up. Now the number's a bit bigger. Now we have 9 nodes in range. So I'm going to hit a time pass button. You can see at the top the time moved a little bit. And now we have something to be retrieved. So we can just take it out. Turns into a box. If we scan it, you can see over it is information, but also in the bottom right of the screen you can have a little more information. I haven't actually decided how I want the scanning to appear yet. It's kind of doing both right now. Right now, this ship cannot support this much cargo, so it's just not, it just can't. Oh, let's move time for just a second, because I almost forgot to show one thing. So, this is how much we've taken out. This is how much is in there. If we go to our map, we can see this number did go down. I wish I had pointed that out earlier. This is how much is ready for pickup, but there's nothing in orbit. So in order to grab from this mine, we actually do have to come down here and take the stuff, put it in the ship, and then leave. However, let's just get that out of there. Go into our inventory and drop off an orbital launcher. Oh, don't want it to fall back in the ship by accident. Whoa, come on. We do this and place it on the primary mine head. Now this is an orbital launching mine. So there's nothing to be retrieved because it's already in orbit. Or it will be in orbit after like a day tick. Let's just do that. Yeah, there it is. So if we leave, turn to space, we can see here that nothing is ready to pick up, but there is sulfonite in orbit to be taken. If we travel over here, we can see that there's still sulfonite. There's actually more because time does move whenever we move. We go over, we can see it ticking up. We can see that number over there ticking down as it goes. And then we can take, and we'll take as much as we can. I actually need to make it so that when you throw items at the ship, you will take as much as possible. And then the rest will either just continue to move or will be placed gently beside it. I haven't really decided yet. So that's for orbiting. Let's go to this Desonite planet. Do the same thing. We can eject the sulfonite because we don't really care about it. We can drop mining equipment. Just toss that over there. Grab the launcher. Interplanetary launcher this time. Toss it over here. Let's just grab anything. We'll slap this one on. And now we have the interplanetary launcher on here, and we expect to have some amount per day. We could do the secondary minehead too, but again, this is just for demonstration. So return to space. So nothing's happening. It's day 14 of the month. So I think it starts on every 7th day. So every week, the the interplanetary launcher will trigger. So if we just keep moving around, and then it will launch out these shipments to Earth. So you can see the first one only has 5 because it was only mining for a day before it decided to launch. If you go over here to this one, that one got a full week. So it looks like every shipment after the first will be 35 until it, starts to run out. Now we could go up to these and grab them if we wanted to. And I forgot to turn my phone on silent, but that's fine. Who cares? If we keep moving around, eventually it will get to the Earth. There we go. So what did I say this was? Desonite. So if we land back in base and go up to any terminal, access inventory, we can now see in the home base inventory, we have Desonite. So we could take that all onto a ship. We'll take this iron too, just to clear out the inventory. Go back into space, move a little bit, just to show. Landed base, available. And there we go. The Desonite made it in. And if we look at here, let's leave again real quick. Is that the final shipment? Yeah, there's no more shipments, but this number was going down. And you can see there's nothing to pick up and there's nothing in orbit. So there are 3 separate ways to gather materials, each progressively easier and more automated than the last. So, thanks for watching. And hopefully I can do another update video a little sooner than, 2 months or so? But yeah, this took a while. I had to rewrite a bunch of code to get everything working. And then Frosty gave me ideas for the secondary minehead, and I said, I gotta do it. But anyway, thanks again. See you next time.